IATA for enforcing a court ruling exactly as written when the judge's own family is now affected. Throwaway. Some details intentionally vague. I'm not in the US. I'm a researcher. And I used to believe that doing the right thing mattered. I was pushed out of my research group years ago. Politics. Ego. Funding games I refused to play. Alone, grants disappeared. So I funded myself. I started game companies. Purely practical. They worked. Not rich, but enough. Enough to meet investors. Enough to fund small research projects. Enough to save, slowly, painfully. For over a decade, all of it went into one thing. A treatment for a rare disease nobody touches because there's no money in it. Too few patients. Too much risk. One bad outcome and you're dead as a company. I didn't care about profit. I cared about the people who get told, sorry, it's not commercially viable. 10 years later, I succeeded. I built a small pharmaceutical company and released the drug. We sold it barely above cost. Staff, manufacturing, compliance, taxes. That's it. If taxes were waived, we could have dropped the price by more than half. 2 years. Then one patient had a severe adverse reaction. He sued. In the US, his lawyers were good, very good. The case was assigned to a judge whose mother had suffered a similar condition years earlier and, according to public records, had been brutalized by pharmaceutical defense attorneys in her own lawsuit. We requested recusal. Denied. From there, it stopped feeling like a trial and started feeling like a lesson. Our expert testimony was limited. Context excluded. Approved disclosures reframed as negligence. The tone was clear. Good intentions do not excuse harm. We lost $10 million. Punitive damages included, 2, discourage reckless humanitarian experimentation. We appealed. We lost again. By then, the ruling had set precedent. We sold half our infrastructure. Took loans. Fired people who had believed in me. Nearly shut down entirely. And then we changed everything. Lawyers told us there was only one way to survive. So we rebuilt the company into something unrecognizable. No more standard sales. Every patient now has to undergo individualized pre-treatment testing to ensure the drug will not cause adverse reactions. 2 months minimum, only at our headquarters. Not free. Production capped. Yes, the price went up. But we were told, explicitly, that if we ever dispensed the drug without these safeguards and someone was harmed again, we wouldn't just be sued. We could be criminally liable. For years, this affected almost no one. The disease is rare. Most patients were stable enough to travel. Some didn't qualify. Then I got a call. Not directly from the judge. From lawyers, intermediaries, humanitarian appeals. The judge's niece had been diagnosed with the same disease. They wanted the drug immediately. No testing, no travel, no safeguards. We refused. Our lawyers cited the ruling. His ruling, dispensing the drug without testing would violate the exact standards imposed by the court. If she had an adverse reaction, we would be destroyed. The response was fury. I was called cruel, vindictive, bureaucratic, accused of hiding behind paperwork while a child was dying. The argument was simple. Greater than, at least it gives her a fighting chance. I've heard that before. That exact argument was used against me. In court, when my company was dismantled. The words that stuck with me then still echo now. Greater than, if you want to help people, you must do so without hurting anyone. Those words cost me everything. Now I'm being told they shouldn't apply. Because it's personal. She's too young, too sick to travel. Even if she could, she would almost certainly fail the testing. I don't hate this child, but I also know that if I break the rules once, everything collapses. The company, the treatment, every future patient. So I followed the law. Exactly. And now I'm being treated like a monster. IATA, -- top Reddit comments, -- 18.4K NTA. Greater than funny how. Rules are rules, only apply until they hurt the people who made them. You didn't build this system. You just survived it. -- 12.9K NTA. Greater than this is one of the most brutal examples of systemic hypocrisy I've ever read. He didn't care when it ruined your life's work. Now it's suddenly immoral. -- 9.7K nah. Greater than this is just tragedy layered on tragedy. You're not wrong. The judge isn't wrong for wanting to save his niece. The system is wrong. -- 8.3K NTA. Greater than you're not denying her medicine. The court already did that. Years ago. -- 6.1K esh. Greater than legally you're right. Morally, I don't know how I'd sleep at night knowing I could help a dying child and chose not to. 5.4k NTA. Greater than people screaming, but it's a child. Are ignoring that if op caves once, the company dies and no one gets treated ever again. Emotion doesn't override precedent. 4.8k info. Greater than genuine question. If she dies, will the judge accept responsibility for creating the standards that prevented her treatment? Or will he just blame you? 3.9k NTA. Greater than this reads like Greek tragedy but with lawyers instead of gods. 2.7k NTA. Greater than, at least it gives her a fighting chance. Yeah, and that phrase cost you $10 million and almost shut you down. I'd follow the ruling too.